Hi, Chris O'Callaghan here from Innopharma Technology with a quick pre-recorded rundown on this SmartX fluid bed system that we recently completed installation of here with PMTC at the Bernal Institute in UL. I'm hoping that this will help to show you why, if you're a manufacturer using fluid bed processes or thinking about using them, now's an ideal time to chat to the PMTC about the equipment and services that you can access and benefit from to accelerate your business. So as I'm sure you're all aware, the PMTC's role is to provide a focal point for collaborative research among pharma multinationals and supporting SMEs such as ourselves to collaborate in industrially relevant research. So naturally, the PMTC is always looking for opportunities to expand the range of services and equipment available to its members. From our perspective in Innopharma Technology, this presents a great opportunity to road test a system that we've developed to meet a range of unmet needs throughout the industry in the space of connectivity of existing process equipment like this fluid bed. The deployment of this system here in the PMTC then provides a unique service to its members around accelerated process development, process troubleshooting, optimization, automation, scale-up, and tech transfer. So by combining all of this with the PMTC's extensive experience in formulation, process engineering, and modeling, and this high-end development scale fluid bed system, our PAT hardware, Icon 2 and Multi-Eye 2, and SmartX from us at Innopharma, it opens up a far greater range of real-world process data and automated control possibilities. So what is the stuff behind me? I've kind of touched on things. To start, that is, as I said, a development scale fluid bed system from GLAT GmbH. It's designed and built in Germany. And for anyone not familiar with fluid bed as a processing technology, it allows for a few different types of kind of sub-process. The first one we've got is fluid bed drying, where we add pre-granulated wet materials, say from a high shear granulation process, into the product container here, and then an airflow up through the bottom of the container or bowl fluidizes that material and dries it out. Secondly, we can do the whole granulation process in here. So we can add in the dry raw powders into that same product container, and then we can spray either an aqueous or a solvent-based solution via this spray pump here, using this scale to control to a high level of accuracy our rate of addition. And then finally, we can do what's called Worcester coating. And in Worcester coating, we set up a kind of a fountain arrangement of pellet flow within the product container. And this is for pellets. But Worcester coating allows us to spray on a very thin, very consistent and controllable coating. And that's great for modified release dosage forms or for mixing incompatible APIs. Then, beyond the standard fluid bed hardware mounted onto this product container, we've got an Icon 2 particle size analyzer, as well as this NIR probe that leads back here to this Multi-Eye 2 near-infrared spectrophotometer. And these allow us to collect a lot of additional data on product quality during processing. So we can measure the particle size and moisture content, for example, in real time, as well as things like product temperature and so forth. So lastly then, in terms of all of this equipment and a bit more intangibly, we've got SmartX. This is our new process digitalization platform from Innopharma. And this is a suite of software services that can be deployed across various manufacturing process unit operations. We've used it for twin screw extrusion, we've used it for crystallization, and then obviously for fluid bed and in a few different applications. But what you see on screen here is one component of SmartX, the HMI, the operator interface here. And so this can aggregate data from all of our sensors and from our fluid bed and display it in a recipe or process-specific kind of presentation, which ensures that the operator is always looking at the most relevant, most important data for where we are at in our process. Beyond this display here in our SmartX Cloud, and I'll flash up a screen grab of that now, we also have a more process expert level interface which gives a low-code, no-code environment supporting process automation by the process expert. And really, this kind of bridges that gap between the need for developers to be involved in the automation process and puts those tools into the hands of that process expert who does not happen to also be a programmer. And so this really represents a generational leap forward in process digitalization, and really critically, and what the PMTC is all about, in process understanding. So then, when a process is run, it can be executed from here in either a fully manually controlled mode or in this automated mode that I was showing just a moment ago. The data of interest from the icon, from the multi-eye, from the fluid bed is all aggregated and sent up to the SmartX cloud for review, analysis, or export after the fact. And so this system then means that the PMTC has a gold standard testbed for academic research and for industry-led focus around establishing design space for new formulations and processes, or troubleshooting and optimizing existing troublesome processes, with all of the engineering skills involved and learned, of course, being fully transferable out to equivalent fluid bed hardware. So we've got big ambitions for collaborative work with the PMTC over the coming months and years, including featuring a couple of industry and supplier partners, although, of course, we're very, very happy to add more. So anyone that's interested in getting involved in any research around that, please do get in touch with either myself or with Dr. Cronin. But over the short term, we're keen to get the word out about these new capabilities in the PMTC. So over the next few months, we're planning to do some proof of principle work around tech transfer, remote process development, and possibly a demonstration of something in the sort of machine learning, AI-driven control space. So make sure to keep an eye out for any publications there. And I'll close off by saying, just remember, if you're in the fluid bed space or you're thinking about the technology, this cutting edge kit here is now available, and this is the perfect time to start a conversation about potential projects with the PMTC. So anyway, with that, I'll hand you over to Dr. Cronin to talk a bit more about the broader research plan around fluid bed processing. Thanks very much for your time.